Okay.
Hello. Alright, working? Working?
No.
Up, up, up. Close to my mic. See, okay, I need to look around my mirror. That's what I was doing last time.
Oh, nothing says I'm home quite like the clean taste of Ymir's air.
I'll visit everywhere I really need to. I want to find all my friends in this game. Oh, wait, oh. Like, why is Yuna here? Alright, yeah, she came with me. Looking for a souvenir? Yeah, for my family. Oh, and for Jessica and Luis as well. This place sells all sort of rare stuff. It kind of reminds me of Neo Suan imports. They both carry Eastern goods, it's true. A lot of their stuff comes from the Republic. They were out of stock last year. But now things are finally back to normal. Thank goodness trade has recovered. Read. What is it, instructor? Nothing, it's just that I thought you'd be more on edge today. You're surprisingly calm. I mean, what's today? Oh, this is happening at the exact same time as the stuff that's happening in Crossbow right now. Is that what's going on? It's like if I said I wasn't thinking about it. There's a part of me that wants to be home for such a monumental occasion. Why isn't she just back in Crossbow? I'm sure they got postponed whatever the hell they're doing here until that's over, right? Like, it's a major international deal. I mean, Rean should probably be there, honestly. But I feel kind of left out if I was the only one who didn't get to come to Ymir. I belong with Class 7. You not. I heard something from Randy. He told me that you played a big part in the Operation Liberate Crossbow last month. Oh, yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. I just helped Lloyd and the others a teeny bit. Hey, are you really okay with staying at the branch campus? It's the end of the school year, so you should have been able to transfer back to Crossbow like Randy. Heck, I bet they'd love to have you at the police academy again. They let me gone, and yes, get out of here, Ina. No one wants you. Go, shoot. Oh, that's totally what he's saying. You see that I regret not being able to properly graduate from the police academy. She could be part of the SSSSSSSS. Right now, my time at the branch campus is even more important. I said it earlier, it's where I belong. I see.
And you know,
Oh,
I like being with you, instructor.
stop it.
I didn't mean that in a weird way.
Yeah, don't make it weird, you know. We already have Muse. We don't need a second one.
I know.
Still weird that you can romance your students. That's so weird. I guess you can romance your instructor.
There's
Well,
still a
so-
lot I want to teach you, too.
Good, because I'm all ears.
Anyway, everything I learned at Thor's is sure to be useful in the future. It's weird that they have these little, like, tiny bits of voice acting dialogue before going back to no voice acting whatsoever. Whether it's for myself or to help strengthen the relationship between Crossbow and the Empire. I'm going to be counting on you to teach me the good stuff, instructor. You have yourself a deal. Better get that brain of yours ready. I don't know if your brain's ready. She's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Kind of honestly a little bit dumb. Lloyd! Oh, Lord Rean. It's weird having people call him Lord Rean. I know he's a noble, but... Lord Rean, you're home, eh? How are things at school? Really busy as we prepare for the new school year, but super fulfilling. How are things going here, Lloyd, Leo? Same old. Do you see how my wife is, right? Are you gonna be sticking around for long? I'll handle all your orb modification weapon you upgrade needs. I think God, that's just better. Thanks a lot. Oh, before I forget, have you heard about the Arcus 2? Got an update? Yeah, the Rhineford. I mean, he's friends with the daughter of the head of the Rhineford company. I'm sure he probably knew about this update before anybody else did, considering at least that's this fucking thirsty as fuck Rean. Hey, the slots got a boost. Correct! You can now strengthen them up to a 3rd stage now, allowing for the insertion of even more powerful quartz. I actually got a sample from the RF group. It's yours if you want it to see how it works. After strengthening the slot with this sepet, you should be able to plug the quartz in. Oh, I got a tier. What? Is that the same one I got in Crossbow? I feel like the same one I got in Crossbow. Thanks for everything. No need for thanks. I'm just happy to see you again. Since you're home and all, make sure to get some R&R. Of course. R&R would be a cute ship name for Rean, right, Elisa? Well, if it isn't Rean, welcome back. Long to see, Camilla. You look well. What's that? I look young and my complexion is perfect, you sweet talker. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Oh, come on, that's not true. I've been in the rare item business lately. Speaking of which, have you heard about this? It's Lake Lord's newest fish. Oh, new fishing stuff. For Rean. Excuse me. Are you sure? Of course, I'm sure this stuff would be much better used in the hands of a knowledgeable fisherman like you. I have gotten the max fisherman rank in every Trails game, so... Whoa, this is a lot. Thank you so much. No need for thanks. I just like seeing you happy. We run the shop as usual. Bro, you have a husband. Stop this. Weird. Fishing, huh? Starting to warm up a little, so it's the perfect time to cast a line in the mountain stream. I should give it a whirl once I have some free time. Don't you have free time right now? Let's go. Go do some fishing. You drop the line right now. Where's the fishing spot? Oh, I think it's in the mountain stream. That means it's probably in the mountain. Right? Ah, Kurt. Are they almost the same height? The scenery here is truly spectacular. Sure is. I've lived here for most of my life and I'm still not tired of it. Just a shame it doesn't last all year. Once the snow's gone, that's it. Still, I'm sure it's just replaced by the equally unique beauty of another season. You're not wrong there. You're more than welcome to visit again in another season if you want to see. I'd like that very much. Did you want to practice your swordsmanship here? Sort of. It was further up the mountain to be specific. Master Cuffeye and I spent about a month living out in the wilderness while he trained me intensively. Interesting. I've heard that the Arcade's school did a similar thing. Perhaps it's an Eastern manner of training that the Arcades later adopted. It's true that Eastern martial arts emphasizes becoming one with nature, but I think in my case it was just because Master Cuffeye believed it to be more effective. Securing food to eat and a place to sleep every day was hard enough, but sometimes he would even set monsters on me. Thinking back, I had to do some crazy stuff to make it through in one piece. And your glutton for punishment. I shudder to think what you must have gone through. Ouch, is that how you see me? Forgive me, I didn't mean for it to come across quite so rude. Still, perhaps I should try training in the mountains myself. Yeah, only someone with a masochist streak would try to hit on 20 different women at once. I apologize if I'm assuming wrongly here. Are you feeling frustrated with your progress? Oh, no, I'm not. No, I suppose you're right. Happy to lend an ear if there's something you want to talk about. Alright then. This is a new concern for me, but it's something I was reminded of when we were introducing ourselves to your parents. You and Altina have grown significantly since I first met them. Not just them, the same can be said about Ash, Musa, and all the rest of the students at the academy. They've all matured significantly in the year since we enrolled. But then there's me. I don't feel like I've grown all that much at all. I continue to train every day and I do feel as though I'm improving. I'm just a little frustrated by the pace. I think he was a little bit ahead of the rest of them, at least in terms of maturity, so there's gonna be a slower growth there. I think you only feel that way because you're more capable than most. What do you mean? In other words, you expect more of yourself than most people do. When you put your bar for success so high, it's only natural it's going to be harder to surpass it. That's just reality. But that makes it sound like I've got barely any room for improvement. That's definitely not the case. It's going to be more difficult for you to make significant progress than before, but you've been overcoming that for a while. Last year you faced off against Prince Cedric and overcame many trials before that, but you weren't content to rest on your laurels. In the next 6 months, since you've never stopped working, you better yourself. I think you're the only one who can't see how much progress you've made. As your instructor, I know better than anyone just how much you've improved. Still have confidence in yourself, Kurt. Thank you, instructor. Of course, don't take that as me telling you to be content with how you are and stop trying. I wouldn't dream of it. I have no intention of slowing my pace, at least not until I've surpassed you. Wow, sounds like you have a good reason to keep bettering yourself then. Well, I'm going to get going, but we have the Phoenix Wings to ourselves today. I recommend you take a chance to relax in the hot springs while we have it. That sounds wonderful. I might stay here for a moment to recollect my thoughts and then head over. I wonder if we're gonna get like some hot springs dialogue like we did in the fourth game. That was some fun dialogue.
There's the foot bath.
Oh.
Sounds like just the thing after having such a hearty meal.
Of course, Musei's using the foot bath. I expect nothing less from her. Enjoying the foot bath, you two? We certainly are. It must be wonderful having a place like this in the middle of your village. It's one of Ymir's biggest selling points, to be sure. If you don't mind, I think I might join you. I don't know about having my feet out like this in front of everybody else. That feels like it'd be uncomfortable a little bit. Ah, this just really warms you up. It really does. I can feel all my fatigue just fading away, too. Damn it, Rean. You shouldn't have shown your feet to this woman. It's strange how effective it is, given how little of your body is actually inside it. So, what are you two talking about before I came over? You, actually. Me? Specifically, we're talking about that power of yours. The curse's influence completely appeared as a result of the... Wait. Oh. So he still has his little power boost, even without the curse? I guess that's convenient. Yeah, the seed that originally gave it to me is gone, but the power itself has developed to the point where it's essentially its own thing now. Oh, but there is no need to worry, I've got largely under control now. Largely implies that there's still a possibility you may lose control of it. I can't deny that, but I'm devoting myself to making sure it doesn't happen again. It isn't that we don't trust you. We simply don't trust your unfortunate habit of choosing to sacrifice yourself at the drop of the hat. One of the normal ending 4-4 does have you and Crow and Milliam killing yourselves. Oh, offing yourselves. I heard that the first time you lost control of your power was in Ymir, because you were trying to protect Elise from a ferocious monster on the path behind the village. Found out about that, huh? Still, I'm afraid that's just who I am. I can't promise that I won't endanger myself for those I care about again, and Elise isn't the only one that's true for. The perspective is logical in theory, but those who make such sacrifices don't understand just how painful they can be for those they mean to protect, especially when they leave you completely alone. Yeah, do I remember the scene? Oh man, this scene wrecked me when it first happened. I'm sorry I didn't mean to bring that up. Besides, she came back in the end, so I have plenty of time to punish her for what she did. Oh no, she's gonna make Milliam's life a living hell. I'm sure you mean thank her for what she did. Incorrect.
Anyway, I want you to keep watching over me, instructor. There's still so much I have to learn from you, so I won't let you just disappear. I won't let you leave me.
I think it's so cute. I won't leave you, don't worry. Oh, not entirely dissimilar now. When will we be going to on a date, you promised the instructor? I don't remember that. Wait, what date? It's the first time hearing of this. Because I never promised anything like that. I can't believe you would simply forget. You agreed to it before our exams last month. I don't remember this. So it's time for the term exam. It's been a wild year, but I want each of you to... Oh, it's because it didn't happen during the 4. It happened in between... Okay, gotcha. So you can show off the results of your hard work. You in particular, Musei. Oh damn, calling out. There's no need to hide your talents anymore. I want you to give us everything you've got. Instructor, that's a tough ask. But if you promise to give me a reward, I might be able to make that happen. You really are a handful, but let's see. If you manage to take a #1 spot of the combined ranking with the main campus, I'll happily treat you to a meal. That's not a date, that's just food, Musei. Sure enough, she placed at the top of the rankings without breaking a sweat. Ada must have been furious at placing second. What can I say? Love triumphs over all. Or like being rich triumphs over all. I suppose a promise is a promise. When we've done here, Amir, I'll make time for us to go for our meal. Is that acceptable? Yeah, you can hardly wait to spend a whole day with you and get dinner at the end. That's not what happened. You're pretending to mishear me on purpose, aren't you? Why is she so thirsty for Rean? I don't know if they ever explained that. It was like she's the niece of the villain from 2? Those exams were a small price to pay to go on a date with the man of my dreams. I can place any position you desire, from the top again all the way down to the bottom. What? Oh. You can deliberately rank bottom? Well, luck would factor into that one. So I would have to say bottom 3 to be certain. Like competing against someone playing my entire when she just had to purposely answer if she knew every answer like 100%, when she just had to not answer the answers that she was going to answer originally, so she placed at the bottom with a 0%. Coming in here has gotten rid of my physical fatigue, but my mental fatigue has really jumped and taken its place. Yeah, I feel like I get mentally exhausted talking to Muse as well. I think I'm going to get out. What about you two? We'll stay in here a little bit longer. We still have the issue of your obsession with your sister to discuss. Oh no, now I'm really leaving. Yeah. Yeah, Rean, you really need to work on that, Rean. Buddy, old pal. You're, just let Patrick date your sister. Patrick's a good dude. I think his name is Patrick. What are you doing over here, Ash? Nothing much, just wandering around. But man, there sure is a lot of snow left down this way. Well, we don't generally use this path, so there's no point in removing any of the snow that builds up here. It just stays until it melts. Guess it makes sense if you got a cable car anyway. Something on your... Is this where we go to skateboard or snowboard in the second game? Kinda. A while back I heard someone talking about a sport you can basically only do in the snow. Oh yeah, snowboarding. Just can't remember the name though. Snowboarding? That's the one. How can you forget the name snowboarding? It's really just the thing you're on. The thing you ride on and the thing you're riding on top of. There's something about using a special board to ride all the way down to the bottom of the mountain. I figure there's gotta be enough snow here to do that, right? Though I'm thrilled that you're so interested in snowboarding, that would be a really bad idea. Why, you gonna tell me, oh, Ash, most of the snow's already melted, you're gonna die a horrible death or something? Ah, screw that, life's no fun without a bit of risk. To be fair, you did hit most of what I was gonna say, but yeah, there's no chance I'll let you snowboard in this. Lame. If you really want to give snowboarding a chance, though, you're more than welcome to come back here in the winter. I'll even teach you myself. That's depressing you in no time flat. I'd like to see you try. I'll have you know I'm on the top of the leaderboards for every course here. Man, when you get hooked on something, you really get hooked on it, huh? But don't forget, I'm from Raquel. I grew up gambling to put food on the table. Great, in a game I can't win. I'm not afraid to embarrass you on your own turf. Well, that sounds like a challenge to me. Can't wait to see who comes out on top. Just remember that you're not allowed to bet anything on the outcome unless we do it after you graduate. Bah, you and your damn rules. Bah. Bah. A weird ass sound. Well, look who's back. Glad to see you're doing well, Rean. Likewise, you're in here as good as mood as ever, Gerald. I can see why. You've got quite a few customers for this time of year. Yeah, right. After the war ended, hardly anyone was coming in. Looks like things are finally back to normal. The tensions between the neighboring nations have calmed down a bit. We're getting even more guests than usual. Nothing beats times of peace. Got that right. Now then, since you're here and all, how about I teach you one of our recipes? You mean one? Sorry. You mean one of your secret dishes? Are you sure about this, Gerald? Of course. You all use recipe books too, right? If you jot down one of my specials, you'll be able to prepare it whenever you want. Here, help yourself. A recipe for one of my specials and the ingredients to whip it up. A tricolor onigiri recipe and 3 different ingredients. Ingredients as well. Really, this is so much kindness. Good kindness. I don't get to see you often I like, so let me at least do this much. I know you're keeping plenty busy out there, but take care of yourself and make sure you're eating right. Of course, I'll take that to heart. About making food. I know how to cook. I'm an adult. Yeah, okay. Yep, okay. Can I have the people from the other side cook? Oh, I can't. So, Rean and Musei can make
Let's do this.
dishes to serving.
This is,
How'd you fail? The percentage on failing is super low. What the hell? Rean.
I've gotten so used
dude.
to spring everywhere else
Whoa.
that the cold here's got me feeling like it's still winter. Think I might take that advice I gave to Kurt and soak in the hot spring.
Bro, who's gonna interrupt me? What weird ass scene am I about to see right now? It's my sister. No, my sister's somewhere else. At least it's somewhere else. So at least won't be busting in on me. Probably just my students. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I need to do. There's some book or some hidden thing. Looks like someone got here before me. Maybe it's Kurt? Who is it? Oh, I forgot she was here. Claire.
Major?
Correct.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't have come in if I'd known you were here.
Is that you, Rean? Why don't you come into the water? You must be cold standing there.
I forgot Claire was here, honestly.
We haven't had a chance to talk in quite some time.
True. We're long overdue for a talk.
Yeah, she kind of
Well,
tried to
if
kill
you're
us.
comfortable with it, then I'd
yeah.
love to.
Talk is definitely in order. Aw, it's the classic back-to-back talking scenes. Dad mentioned how the RMP must be really busy now. How are you holding up? You aren't overworking yourself, are you? Thank you for your concern, but please, put that worry out of your mind. My work sometimes comes with unexpected benefits, like being able to visit the hot springs here, for instance. I suppose that's true. The RMP is being restructured and having its military capacity downsized at the same time. I can't deny that I am busy, but that's true for so many others right now. I don't think I have a right to complain. What do you mean by being reconstructed? Restructured, not reconstructed. Does this relate to how the RMP and the intelligence divisions don't answer directly to the government anymore? What? Yes, because of that, we aren't going to have the same kind of freedom we used to. But I believe that we'll still be able to protect the people of Erebonia in a different way than the army, like before. I see. The RMP isn't being rolled into the army though, right? Correct, although that possibility was being considered at one point. In the end, it didn't happen, thanks in part to General Van Dyke and professional government head Regnant. It's not impossible that it could have led to a power struggle in the future, unfortunately. Could lead. But I believe the Empire needs something with a chain of command separate from the army that can serve as a deterrent. To avoid power gathering in one place again, right? You mean? Exactly. Boards and its graduates, myself included, are expected to serve as another kind of deterrent as well. The reason being that the school's various fields and have all kinds of connections. I see. As someone charged with helping raise the next generation of Thor students, I suddenly feel even more pressured. As you should. We're all counting on you.
By the way, Rean,
He's facing me now. Don't turn
yes.
around, Rean.
this feels very overdue, but I wanted to thank you
For what?
for all you did during the
I wonder if this
rivalries.
is gonna get flagged
all
on
you did
YouTube for
for
being
Million, for
inappropriate
facing
because it's
me
showing some
head
over
on.
boob.
And for granting His Excellency's true wish. Mere words feel woefully insufficient given all you've done, but I also didn't want my gratitude to go unspoken.
That's very kind, but you really didn't have to. I was just doing what I wanted to do. And I couldn't have done it alone.
That's about what I expected you'd say.
This might sound kind of sappy,
Everything Rean says kind of sounds sappy, so par for the course.
but I feel like it was worth it all just to see you smile again.
You really are oblivious to how you sound sometimes. Jokes and thanks aside, there's something I wanted to ask you too.
What is it?
Are you truly happy right now, Rean?
Of course I am. Busy, certainly. But I am happy. I still can't believe we made it through the Great Twilight. We even got Crow and Milliam back.
Yeah. I feel like maybe at least Crow should have died to make the war a bit more impactful.
I was hoping there was a way we wouldn't lose them, obviously. But deep down, I had already given up and braced for the inevitable. It wasn't without some goodbyes.
Oh yeah, we lost Valimar and all the Divine Knights, didn't we?
But it's all over now. And I can still be with everyone I care about. Which includes you, of course. The joy I feel about that hasn't gone anywhere.
I'm glad to hear that. Still, there's a difference between being happy over something and you yourself being happy. You went through a lot during the Great Twilight, including having to say farewell to your father. Despite living in fear you would disappear or lose your friends, you came out the other side with victory in hand. You, Rean, persevered to save us all. And I can believe that's made you happy, yes. As much as I can believe that happiness continues to cast a punishing shadow over you. Am I wrong?
I'm speechless. You really can see right through me. You're right. I'm still not sure how to handle the happiness I feel. I know it's there. I'm just not sure how to truly accept it. All the people who died on the first day of the war did so because I made the Great Twilight happen. Do I even deserve to be happy when they can't be?
I mean,
Or
it's not really
forgive
your
him for what I
fault.
did?
The person whose fault is dead now, so I mean,
It may
that's
not
all
be
well
my
and good
place
now.
to say this, but I think you're the only one who can decide that.
I suppose you're right.
I know how you feel, because I'm in exactly the same position. You were concerned earlier that I might be overworking myself,